Hello YouTube. Hi, my name is Mark and this is Nixon Motorsports. Hey, this channel is all about motorsports, from racing to exotic cars and even simulators. Today's video, a short video, it's an update on the Lotus Emira that we have ordered. So with that, let's get into it. So as I'm sitting here at Table Rock Lake in the Ozark Mountains, I thought I would give you a quick update on the Lotus Emira. If you recall, about a year ago, I mentioned that we ordered one of the latest or newest Lotus Emiras. Now, we did not go with the Toyota V6 manual transmission like the majority of folks did. We wanted to go with the new AMG powered double clutch gearbox version of the Emira. So with that, it pushed us out in production a bit. So we've been waiting now, actually. In fact, it's almost, I would say, closer to 2 years at this point for the Lotus Emira. But we finally have confirmation and news that our production build is underway. So that's actually fantastic. Now, to share on that, it will start production in January 24. And we should have delivery of our Lotus Emira around, they said, end of March, sometime in April. So it's still a little ways away, but finally at this point, knowing that we're in the production queue is pretty cool. So with that, let me show you a couple photos of our configuration that we've selected for the car. So as you can see, these are renderings, of course, right from the Lotus website. We selected the yellow exterior with the black package, so the black top, some of the black highlights, black wheels, that type of thing. We felt that was actually a really good look. We went with the Michelin tire combinations on it, all Alcantara interior. So seats, steering wheel, everything is Alcantara. Now again, this is the AMG 4-cylinder. This is the M139 engine package. So everybody who is familiar with those AMG power plants, it is the most powerful 4-cylinder turbo engine in the market. In the Mercedes cars, it's about 420 horsepower. In the Lotus installation, it's 360 horsepower, so detuned a bit. I would imagine there's some small changes on that. We'll have to get into that once we get to it. So that's what it looks like. Now let me talk about the power plant and why we selected the AMG power plant instead of the Toyota V6 manual gearbox that so many have done for so long. Part of it was the belief that the car would be a little lighter, possibly a little more nimble. We'll see once we get it. But from early indications of those that I've listened to, it sounds like that is the case, that it is slightly lighter. I think the car now with the 4-cylinder is 3,000 pounds. So it's about 60, almost 70 pounds lighter than the V6 Emira is. So that's kind of cool. Now, let's talk about the M139. So I've never had the M139 in any car myself, so this is just listening to others. But apparently the motor is quite capable. As I've heard, 420 horse in the Mercedes cars, the M139 engine, that is pretty impressive. So the motor clearly has plenty of get up and go. And torque readings are apparently relatively high as well. Now the installation for the Emira, again, I have not seen this officially. It's not in my hands, but just from what I've seen recently, it's a slightly detuned motor, so 360 horse, and about, I think it was 360 foot-pounds of torque, and I might be off on that number, so don't hold it against me. Top speed about 180 miles an hour, I'm told. 0 to 60, if you care about that, about 4.4 seconds. I think the rev line is 7,400 RPM, in that range. So, you know, I believe Lotus backed down the power out of the 139, the M139, keeping the Toyota V6 to be their more premium offering, I'm guessing. I don't know. Here's my belief and my hope. So with a turbo power plant, you have a lot of tuning options. There are kits out there. I've looked at several already, tuning packages for the M139, and some of those have shown horsepower in the 500 plus range, right? So I'm not sure what we'll do to this once we get it. You know, 360 horse in a 3,000 pound car, you know, it probably gets up and scoots. We're not going to be racing this car. This is simply for fun, but we'll see what we can do with that. So my expectation is to probably do a little bit of tuning activity on it and see if we can bump up the engine to at least in the 400s, mid 450 horse, in that range is the thinking. Now, the other thing that I've heard of the AMG Lotus Emira, one difference is the steering assembly, the steering rack. So in the Toyota powered Emira, it's a true hydraulic based power steering system. It's electric hydraulic in the AMG package. So we'll see what that feels like, what the difference is. This is a full double wishbone suspension on this car, which is awesome. Very few cars, especially in this price range, do that. So suspension and handling is probably going to be just fantastic. It is a slightly retuned package than the V6 version as well. Now, we did opt in for the sports package. We did not do the touring. We wanted this to be responsive and track worthy. We like that feel. So we'll see what that's like. And then again, the transmission, the gearbox, it's mated with AMG. It's theirs as well. It's an 8-speed double clutch gearbox. Now, we'll see what this is like. One of the, and many of you know this who've had Lotuses, one of the feedback notes, if you will, on the V6 automatic package, and one of the reasons why we didn't go with that as well, is the automatic package, the shifting response was very sluggish, very slow. Now, moving forward to the AMG and the new 8-speed double clutch gearbox, shifting apparently is quite fast, but apparently there is still a delay from request to actual gear change. To me, that's a coded intentional Lotus design piece. It has to be. So not sure what that is, what we can do about that. You know, a gearbox from a driver point of view, if you request an upshift or a downshift, that gearbox should react and respond appropriately. Of course, with safety protocols, right? If you're trying to downshift when your revs are at rev limit, or, you know, at certain parameters, you know, look, there's some exceptions to that, but in full manual mode, you know, a driver should be able to actually tell gearbox what you want it to do, when you want it to do it at that moment. Anyway, those are some of the thoughts. I just wanted to share status on the new Lotus that's coming in. Again, finally in queue and production. Showed you some of the photos or the renderings of what this is going to look like. Can't wait till we actually get our hands on that. So I'll keep you updated if there's any change between now and first of the year on delivery dates, that type of thing. I'll let you know. But once we get the Lotus, I'll bring you along, of course, so you can see us pick it up at the dealership and all that. Our first impressions, what we're going to do with it, that type of thing. So that's it for now. I hope you appreciate the video. I thank you for watching. Hit that button if you haven't, right? I'd appreciate that. And leave your comments, any thoughts and such. I appreciate that as well. Until next time, ciao.